Okay. Then turn on cameras.
Yep. Do.
Brian go to finally turn on his camera. Oh, okay.
I'll turn it on.
Dang. O'Neill go finally turn on his camera. Oh, okay.
Hell yeah, so.
Yeah.
We go to freaking Remy Rum Tums. Do all the missions. Okay, so we did Jacob, Miranda, Samara, Shadowbroker DLC. So I guess we could start with Jacob, a controversial loyalty mission. I'll just say the reason why it's controversial for Reddit at least is because they're like, oh, why is the DLC for Jacob always have to do with his abandoned father, thirsting over women, this, that. So they're just like saying that it's
DLC.
lazy writing and racist.
What?
At least
What?
Redner said.
Like, it could have been a
Like
lot
racist is insane.
I mean, I guess it was a little on the nose. Like, of course, like it's going to be an abandoned father for a black son, and you
better.
know,
Oh, shit. Damn.
the freaking father's going to be like some freaking thirst lord of like women.
But was he really? Did he actually abandon them?
Yeah, he literally abandoned him.
Well, he
They said
died. Well,
he.
okay. For
No, he
at
just got
first,
trapped on the.
yeah, at first you think he died.
If you
Yeah.
talk to him, he says he had a bad relationship with his father in the first place and barely talked to him throughout his childhood. And then he basically stopped talking to him once he got into adulthood. And then he completely lost contact with him once he went to the whatever.
Well, yeah,
Like
that's
when,
true because he did say that he hadn't talked to him for 3 years before he got trapped
and there's like
or
this,
whatever.
I'm not sure if that was a mod or something, but there's like this, I got some type of like note from his father. I don't know if I found it or if it was
Wait,
put in the terminal, but his father
what
was like,
option
oh,
did you do?
well, let's not skip. Let's not skip. So we land on the planet. You basically slowly realize that everyone is kind of loopy. If you go into the ship, you hear like basically the males, of course, were like sexually harassing the females in a forceful manner.
I
Like
never
they,
went on the ship, but I wish I did.
yeah, because they'll say like, oh, like let's just say her name was Sherry. This dude was like, oh, Sherry never liked me before, but now after eating that stuff, she's very so innocent and subtle and blah 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 blah. And I guess it doesn't matter because it's not like anyone's gonna find us anyway. I was like,
Oh
what
my
the
god.
heck? Whoa! So they're
I
literally
never I never went to the ship, but when I walked through like to the outside, like on the normal path towards the actual objective, like you kill the first group of guys that like attack you. And then when I round the corner, the first thing I notice is that it's all women, and
yeah.
then I'm just like, "This is okay. Something sus is going on here."
Wait, did you
Because
not talk
like
to the
there's some,
terminal?
I talked to the terminal. Yeah, I just didn't go on the ship because I thought that the ship was like the main area to go, and then like everything else was like a
Oh,
side
you're a
thing. So I
troll.
wanted to go to the side area first, and then I realized the side area is the main area, but I just kept going.
Yeah, you're a troll. The ship just, I mean, the ship basically only had like three scratchy freaking records,
Okay.
just hinting that like the fruits were messing with their minds and that the men, the leadership, were taking advantage of that.
Yeah.
Basically, just having their own personal harem.
Yeah.
And then
Mm-hmm.
apparently, like the dude, like the father, he killed all of the freaking that higher up people because he's like, no, I want the women just for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
because
then
along the way you realize that like at first the at first it was him and the higher ups were all in charge at first. And then later he ended up just killing off the other higher ups and it was just him.
And then what's crazy, I mean, I guess that's realistic, I guess, because some people cannot handle that type of power. Because they said that the beacon was fixed within a year.
Yeah.
And then he purposely broke it again. Because he's like, no, no, I
Uh-huh.
actually like it like this,
Uh-huh.
which is just insane. So then I mean, that was kind of a short mission in a way. Because after you
It was
see
really
all the
short.
women, then you fight and you see him. And then
Yep.
he seems like he's just letting it all out. He doesn't even care. He's
Yeah.
just chilling, just saying everything. All his rationale and everything.
he's like, thank God y'all showed up. So
So yeah,
stupid.
now we can talk about the choice at the end. What did you do? Trevor / O'Neill?
I took him to the basically a face trial.
Dang.
I was tempted because I saw them getting closer, and I was like, maybe I should just let them kill him. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna take him to face trial.
How you O'Neill?
I made him kill himself.
Wait,
Dang.
what?
I didn't even know that was an
What?
option.
I didn't know that was an option either.
Well, how did you get that outcome?
Because I made Jacob, like I kept pushing Jacob to kill him, and then Jacob gives him a gun or whatever, and then the dad's like, "Oh my god, this gun's not gonna stop them or whatever," and then he's like, "It's not for them."
Oh, dang.
And then we walk away, and the guy shoots himself in the head.
That's OP. That's crazy. What do you do, Brian?
I just helped him.
You helped him.
Well, not helped him. I just said what you're doing is bad, and
Face trial, like Trevor.
yeah.
Dang. I mean, I did
But you-
basically what O'Neill did, but I was a
That's
little more aggressive. I just let those guys go and attack them.
Yeah.
Like, I just let mob justice.
Oh, did you really?
Because I was like, this guy, there's no forgiveness. I was like, he doesn't even deserve to like rot in prison, to be honest. He took advantage way too hard of like the situation.
I mean, yeah, I guess it has been like hella years.
Yeah. And he only calls. What you say?
I was gonna say what you were about to say.
Oh, yeah, because he only called because.
Yeah, he only
was
called
like
because shit was going to hell. Like he was about to get killed anyway. So now he's like, oh, now I want to get bailed out.
And then he had like no remorse at all. Like at all.
Yeah, he had no remorse.
I kind of felt bad for Jacob though. Like imagine seeing that.
Yeah.
Like knowing that. Like there's nothing you can really. And then he was a douchebag. He knew his son was right there. He saw him. And he's just ignoring, just talking to
That was
Shepard.
crazy too. Like he literally sees his son, doesn't even realize it's his son, which is crazy because like obviously he had a crazy resemblance if everybody else just immediately recognizes him. And then, but yeah, he doesn't even recognize somebody who looks exactly like him.
I think he recognized. He's probably just too ashamed. He just gotta like act like he. There's no way because you don't change. Your face doesn't change that much within like.
Yeah,
he said
because like you said, he still knew him when he was older.
Yeah, so it's not like he like. Yeah, it's not like
It's
he
not
left when he
like-
was like 14.
Yeah, or
Well-
like a child.
Well, he didn't he wasn't expecting him at first.
No, but
I don't know. You're right. I didn't see Jabari for 4 years, and I saw him just fucking.
you would
pop up.
know what I look like.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah,
saw me like I walked in San Diego, you just see me walking, you would be like, "That is Jabari."
he didn't even say like, "Oh, you look familiar" or anything. He just completely ignored him, and then said, and then like when he said something, he even says, "You just let your people talk to you like that." Like he doesn't even know who he is.
Jacob should have just shot at that moment. But yeah, that was crazy. I don't know. Like, if anything, I'm surprised. Like in a realistic scenario, I don't think that would like calm Jacob seeing that mess. Especially like say O'Neill's choice or my choice, where I let him just die. His O'Neill's choice, he freaking kills himself. That's freaking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, troll. So unlucky Jacob. Kind of trash loyalty mission too.
Yeah,
But I guess that's
that
all
was
there's
short.
to say. Yeah. So next, Miranda's. I have a lot to say about Miranda, actually. Because, okay, so Miranda, it turns out that she's trying to give safe passage to her sister to relocate her, but her father found out, and her father's trying to take her sister back, or her twin sister.
Yep.
And then it turns out she lied. It turned out her twin sister is her twin genetically, but she was younger.
Yeah,
No.
she was like, well, she was born after because she said that like she was her twin like genetically, but she was born after the fact because like basically she ran away kind of thing. And her father wanted to try again, essentially creating like the perfect daughter.
No, because
Whatever.
Miranda's real. Miranda's like, wait, right?
Not well, no, not really, because Miranda, when she first
One at
tells
a
you
time.
about when Miranda first tells you about all this, she tells you that like her father literally genetically engineered her to
Miranda
be perfect.
No, she said that she has no mom. Her dad did 2 genes of himself to make Miranda, and then like
Yep.
pick perfect genes from like random donors to
Yeah.
make like the perfect daughter.
Yep.
But he did something different with Miranda's sister, right?
No, he just
No, it's the
started over
same.
again. It's the same
Um,
Yeah,
exact thing.
he just
Which
started over because she left.
which is crazy because if you listen to Miranda talking about her childhood, it literally wasn't that bad. She just sounds like someone like, like the typical, like, say what you consider like the Asian household where their parent has so much expectations on them and it
Yeah,
stresses them out. But it didn't seem like her father did
and
anything like bad.
she
It's just like, oh, I couldn't deal with the pressure. He just wanted me to be perfect. He didn't want me as a
yeah,
daughter. I'm like, okay.
he
But
just
she's
ran away.
acting like, yeah,
What
he
she
just,
said.
but she keeps acting like her father was like some monster. It's like, oh, you don't know my father. The expectations he put on me. I'm like, okay. That's like, that's not crazy. That's not like unheard of for that to be a thing.
But she
And
couldn't have any friends, or she wasn't allowed to have any friends.
okay, that's not. I'm not saying that's like good, but I'm like they make it seem like her father was like, I don't know, like beating her every day or something. But it's just like he just wanted her to be perfect. It's like the typical Asian household almost. Where they're like, oh, just study your math, study your do your homework, do this, don't go outside and play. But then she like this was I thought Miranda was wrong though for because what her friend said or whatever, the one friend she made through her father or whatever. He said that she kidnapped a literal kid though, like say an 8-year old kid from her father. Like regardless of like, her not
yeah.
agreeing with his teaching style or his parenting style, she literally kidnapped a child for no reason. Just because like, oh, I had these expectations. I don't want him to have another daughter and do it too. So she kidnapped her. I think that was wrong of her.
It was.
Like I don't know how you can like even justify that. Because like she never really said anything bad about her father, like actually like crazy bad. And then even what he
Yeah,
said, like her friend said, that he's the richest person in the galaxy. He's literally like the richest person in the galaxy. And like it's not like she was having a bad life. It was just a stressful life. And not even stressful. It's just like she had pressure for having to meet his expectation. So she
the
runs
weird thing
away.
is like she didn't seem to mention at all that. Well, because like later she mentions that she's older because like at first she was trying to say that like that she was protecting her from her father and acting like she's young, and then she reveals that she's actually like 19 right now.
It's because she kidnapped her. This is where I think the father was wrong. Because she kidnapped her when she was 8
Yeah,
and then gave her a new family. I'm not sure how that works, like how the kid doesn't remember that she was
yeah,
literally kidnapped by some unknown because she never even met her sister before until that
yeah,
unless you but then she's been living with this family for like apparently almost 10 years or whatever for a decade,
yeah,
and her father's still trying to freaking kidnap her when she's a
yeah.
grown adult. She's now like
And
19.
then on top of that, didn't she like in the end? Well, she says that she's with her family, but didn't she say that she's like with her husband or something? Like she's married already?
She's
Oh,
only going to college or
oh,
whatever.
so she's just with her family.
Yeah, that was just
Okay.
her new family, her adopted family.
But yeah, so then why kidnap her now? Like kidnap her
Yeah,
back?
why not just make a new child if anything?
Like clearly she's happy now, regardless of if like what Miranda did was wrong. That was like 11 years ago. Things are
Yeah.
different now.
And then it's like he could, if anything, why kidnap? He could just like walk up to her and be like, "Hey,
Yeah, he could
I'm
have
your
just
real
met
father."
her.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I guess it's
kind of
because he's
weird.
It's
rich.
almost as
Maybe he just feels
the
entitled.
dad kind of.
What you say?
It's almost as if the dad is kind of a bad person, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't even. I don't know. I don't get why he's. I don't know why he's obsessing over it either. Because he can make another. He already made two.
Right.
I also think the whole like her friend is just so weird because like she was like, "Oh yeah, he'll never turn on me or whatever," and then he does, but it's his reasons are stupid too because like he does it because he's like, "Oh, you kidnapped a child and so and she needs to go back," but like we just said, it's been 11
No, no,
years.
no, no. He at least when I was questioning him, he revealed that he was doing it strictly for money. Because you ask him like, how much
uh,
money were you paid? He's like, a lot. I more money than I've
when
ever
I
He
was
seen.
did
talking to
not.
him, he was doing the whole like
That
What you
was.
saying on
ethos
him?
thing.
I said he did not say he did it strictly for money.
Like he mentioned that he's getting paid a lot, a lot.
Because Shepard asked.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Shepard
I feel like
asked,
that's a
"I'll
factor. The
pay
fact, like
you,"
he's
and
trying to
the
do this
guy's like,
whole
"A
like,
lot." And
but the fact that he's trying to do this holier than thou thing, and then it turns out that he like his father came to him purposely because she knew that he was close to Miranda, And then, like he was paid out. He was what's it called? Whatever the word is. He was bought out.
Paid off. Bot.
I am still troll. Oh yeah, and then I don't know if that happened on your playthrough. That girl, the sorry, she was trigger happy. She's shooting
She was
everyone.
trigger happy.
She
She
shoots the
just
guy.
shot that dock worker when she tried to run away.
And then she shoots the fringe. It's like,
Yeah,
what is
yeah.
wrong with you?
Oh wait, did she shoot him?
Did she not shoot him for you?
No, for me, basically Miranda killed him.
Whoa.
Miranda kills
didn't
him.
stop?
Nope.
You're a troll.
No.
You're a troll.
Miranda killed him, and then she picks up the Asari and throws her.
You are a troll. Because I knew Miranda was going to feel bad because that was her, her closest friend. Like, even if he
It literally
kill him. She doesn't even seem upset when she killed him anyway.
Well, she thanked me. She thanked me for stopping.
Okay,
it
well,
didn't
she
matter
seemed
because
pretty
the sorry
happy.
killed him anyway.
for killing.
Actually trolled. Because she was like, she said something like, I wish you were dead and I don't want to see you again. And then the sorry shoots him. It's like, I did it for you. You won't have to worry about
Yeah.
it.
No, see, when she literally just kills him for me, and then the Asari just gets up and she says, I was done talking anyway. And then that's when Miranda's like, I am too, or something like that, and then picks her up and tosses her off off the ledge.
She does that for me, but she does it out of anger because. But it's weird because if you look into the codex, that shotgun she's holding, that's supposed to be like a
Claymore?
special shotgun. That's one of the research shotguns you can research for grunt. What's that? Yeah, it's a claymore. And then if you go in the codex, it says the claymore has such strong recoil it can like break the arms off of anyone but a Krogan. So it's like, how is that sorry doing that? How is she just trigger happy shooting like the strongest shotgun possible?
He uses her biotics to make her arm stronger.
No,
guess
okay.
so.
The cop out. The biotics.
The biotics are OP.
But then after the fight, which was an annoying fight.
Why Shepard and Garrus can beat Master Chief and
No, there's no way.
Master Chief will mess him up. You know it, and I know it.
but they have to get to them.
Lore? No, you're thinking video game of Master Chief. Lore Master Chief? He can run like 50 miles per hour. He's not touching Master Chief. You see that cutscene? Like even Halo 5, the cutscene with Locke, where they're running down a freaking mountain while fighting.
It's overloaded one shot to the head.
Nah,
Nah.
one shot him with the freaking Master Chief helmet. That's impossible. That helmet is strong.
One shot. You played SWAT?
I need to look up rather their guns are stronger.
This fight with biotic using Yarg, so I don't know about that.
What's that now?
I said, Shepard won a fist fight with a Yarg who uses biotics.
Oh yeah, okay, we'll talk about that later. That was so stupid.
That was the stupidest fight ever.
But at the end of Miranda's thing, did you make her talk to her sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of crazy.
I'm mad that you didn't even get to see anything really. Like she just walks away, then it cuts to her coming back.
I mean, you knew what they probably were talking about because it ends with her crying.
Kind of.
Maybe she teared up. She literally teared up.
Okay.
So now Samara, another family drama. So Samara, her issue was her daughter is a Ardat or whatever, which means when she has sex with anything, they die. Or they go brain dead, I guess.
They go, yeah. They
And
basically become full
addicted to
stimp or
that.
something.
Yeah, and the Ardat is addicted to doing that for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So you go back to Omega, you talk to a lady, she talks about her freaking daughter. Oh, she was such a sweet girl until she met this Asari. What's weird to me, though, is that I wish the game made certain missions a little easier to fail.
Actually fail a loyalty mission?
Yeah, like, say, for example, like how you had to listen to her, to the daughter's, whatever you call it, her, like, journal. And she leaves in hints, like how to get into Omega, or not get into the VIP section, or how to impress the girl, or impress the Ardat Yahtzee. I wish it was like...
Tell that? Like, can you actually, like, fuck it up or no?
You can, but it's like you have to purposely mess it up.
And just you restart.
Away. I don't know. Actually, I guess you have to restart. What?
I failed once.
Oh, did you? What happened?
She gets up to go get us some drinks and then dips. And then I was like,
you restart the mission?
Yeah, I just went to the previous save.
Like be harder, like where you actually have to listen You actually have to try and like, where there's, a little bit of like a difficulty.
Yeah, like when you talk to her at the bar, there's like a bazillion options, and you do like 3 of them, and then it automatically just jumps to the next part.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure none of those options are wrong.
Yeah. Also, the like when you go into the VIP club, like I have a mod that made me like allows me to do all 3 of the or all 4 or whatever of the options you can do. I think in the real game you have to do only one until you pass, or you have to only pass one. But I didn't mind where I have to pass all 3,
Yeah.
and they're kind of troll too. Like I don't like.
Yep.
I guess Shepard's a Chad, but it's still stupid. Like I don't know. He like for example, he just punches the dude like the freaking Turian because the
In the
Turian's kind of
face.
like where it's just like I don't know. It just seems like unnatural.
Yeah, he's
Or
just trying to become the alpha of the room.
Yeah. Or it just happens like there's another guy who just happens to be like, oh man, my associate is with the mob boss. I need someone to just say these secret words to get her out. So you just walk up, say the secret words, and she gets out. It's like, why couldn't literally anyone else in that whole club do that? They're just waiting for Shepard to do something. Or like they're like Shepard can convince the bartender to do a round of drinks.
Oh yeah.
And then there's a Krogan where Shepard just starts something. He's just like, screw you. And the Krogan's like, oh, well, they just let anyone in here. And then Shepard threatens him. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't seem right. Some of this stuff just doesn't seem right. It seems too, like, I get it because he's the main character syndrome, but still troll.
Yeah.
But yeah, you talk to her, you say all the secret stuff, the stuff she likes. Oh, she likes this band. Oh, she likes this artist. Which, to be honest, if let's say I'm in a club or something, someone comes up to me and tells me like just out of nowhere talks about everything I like perfectly. It's like, oh man, do you like Matt and Kim? I mean, like, how do you know Matt and Kim? And then the next thing they say is like, oh, I play Mass Effect 2. And then next thing they say, they're like, oh yeah, man, I don't know. They're like, oh, something else that I like something like I like.
No,
like,
they say
weird.
No, then they say I hate Hong Kong.
I feel like this is like some type of government op. I'm like, I need to get out of here.
That's a plant.
Yeah, this is sus. But for some reason, the Sari's like, oh, wow, this is amazing. So she instantly invites you to her room.
Yep.
Did you look around? I guess
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah. I thought it was weird. Like, how did she manage to control your mind without like kissing you or whatever? Because I thought that it literally had to be from like fluid exchange, because that's what they talked about in the thing, where it was like either like whenever their like bodily fluids interact with yours, then you become like controlled or something.
I'm assuming that was just supposed to simulate you being so enamored by her that you will do anything for her because you're just so impressed for some reason.
That's so cringe.
Like, basically, Shepard, you had the option for Shepard to be a super simp. So, but I did it because I had the other options on the side.
Yeah, like they were literally just sitting there. Like they didn't even do anything.
Shepard dies if you don't.
If you don't what?
If you don't get the left choices.
No, he doesn't. I think Samara comes in at the last second.
No, I thought you could.
No, I didn't have the left choices, and
Samara comes in.
Samara comes in.
Yep.
Because I did it one time. I like died.
What?
You just had
what choices did you pick?
Like, a past pace.
I was treading carefully.
Or maybe it's when a playthrough like sided with what's her name?
Morinth,
and then you can have sex on the ship.
Yeah, that was it. That was 100% it. I know that's a scene.
You've done that before? You
actually... I was going to say that too. That's kind of true.
You actually did that.
There's literally no benefit of picking Morinth at all. Like, there's literally none.
You literally purposely put that on your ship.
And you killed Samara then. You literally just
you killed Samara to have a succubus on your ship.
A succubus who kills you. Like, she literally, her whole goal is to kill you.
Like, she's literally like a praying mantis succubus.
Actual troll. I was like, this decision, I was thinking, like, at the time, that decision is so stupid. Like, why wouldn't you pick Samara?
Exactly.
Like, people exist here. Like, man, I want more. Just cause. But yeah, so
stupid.
I mean, that scene is kind of dumb too, because like, they're like in the middle doing their little biotic thing. And then Shepard's just kind of chilling there. He's just thinking.
Yeah. He's just
But yeah, I feel bad for Samara though, because she killed the mess out of her daughter. She killed the mess.
Did she snap her neck because she stepped on it? I can't remember.
She like punched
I
her
thought
face
she
in.
used like a biotic punch, so her face just hit the. It probably exploded, like if that was real life.
It literally made the swoosh sound.
Like she didn't need to do all. I guess she wanted to make sure.
Now she wanted to make sure she died because she was like she said she's just as strong as her almost.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she was because she couldn't. She needed Shepard to like
Yep.
do the final punch. But yeah, I mean, if you talk to her afterwards, she does say that she's proud of Morinth though, because she was so independent and like she left at like the age of 40, which is like
Yeah.
4 in a sorry year.
True.
Which is kind of a pity because her other daughters, like if you, I forgot. Oh no, that's in the like in the layer of the Shadow Broker thing. But if you talk to her or listen to her little note thing, like they're literally just stuck there. Like there's nothing they can do.
She
They're just
talks about it.
existing.
No, she talks about it in.
All true,
She talks about that.
but it's still dumb. Like that's a sucky existence. You're just kind of like just in a monastery.
I mean, it's
I mean,
either that or you get killed.
but what's weird also. Because Samara says, "Oh, the Ardite Yahtzee are a rare breed. There's only 3 of them in existence." But then, if you go into
Stalker.
the Codex says even though they might, there's a rumor that they're rare. They're actually fairly common. Around 1% of the Asari have Ardite Yahtzee, but they handle it. So I'm like, this doesn't make sense.
What do you mean they handle it?
I don't know. The Codex doesn't expand on that. I don't know if there were 2 different writers and they they didn't know, like they didn't have any communication together. Because the
So
codex
they just
sometimes
kill them?
completely like like counters what's said in the game.
Yeah.
Like for example, that freaking shotgun where it said only the Krogan can hold this shotgun, and then you see this weak Asari doing it.
Yeah.
But then after Samara, the big mission, the freaking layer of the Shadow.
That mission was long as mess, and it was not fun.
What do you mean? I liked it. I like the banter of that game.
It was literally just wave upon wave of enemies, killing them over and over and over
every
again.
mission, though.
Yeah, but this was unnecessarily too many waves.
It wasn't.
It was boring.
So the mission starts, we're like, oh, let's get the Shadow Broker. Somehow the elusive man knows more than you, Liara. So, you've been spending 5 years trying to do this, but the elusive man found out in like 2 seconds. So just, we're going to go after him. What?
The elusive man's pretty, like, knowledgeable.
He is. I know they say that his intelligence rivals, like the Cerberus intelligence rivals the Shadow Broker.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of troll. But so she goes into her back to her house. She's like, "Oh, come to the house with me." And then she almost got assassinated.
Yep.
So you're walking around the house.
I knew she was sus as fuck, by the way.
I mean, obviously.
But she kept showing. I wish it didn't do that because it kept showing angles and her doing like a side eye. So it's like, oh, I guess she's a villain.
I wish there had more specters.
Yeah, they don't really. That was the first time. I think probably the only time they really show a specter.
I mean, the second one.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's only like
that's because they're like spread. They're spread all over the place doing stuff. But why is she there anyway?
Because she works for the freaking Shadow Broker.
Uh-huh. No, I meant like what was obviously we know that she was there. We know she was there for the Shadow Broker, but I'm saying like, did she? I don't think she ever said why she was there to Shepard as a cover.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because she's just like not every Spectre is going to be like freaking Shepard going around the galaxy looking for freaking like this ancient myth.
So she's just existing.
Yeah, no, she's just like Ilium's supposed to be a bad place, so she's probably just like a special agent in Ilium.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. I don't know. Okay. She's probably she's like the equivalent of FBI, like where there's people just kind of around.
I guess.
And then when something bad happens, they kind of come out of nowhere. But her freaking Liara's house was nice. I'm like, why is her apartment?
It was nice.
Like, what does she do? Like, I guess she makes a
so
lot of
much. Continue.
I was saying, I guess she makes a lot of money from being the hero of the Citadel. And
well, I mean, yeah, she's also still, like a freaking official, is she not?
What?
Isn't she like an official for Ilium? She's got that whole office and shit.
I thought she's just an information broker.
Is she?
She was no, she was an information broker.
Well, still, she'll make like hella money with that though. Like information is cheap.
I don't know. I don't know what type of information she's like giving around. I mean, I guess she knew everyone. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, I guess it's the same as wealth management, where it's like, why is wealth management a thing? And they make so much money doing wealth management, but that's just a thing. And I guess information broker is just a thing. Like rich people just go to her, like, hey, where do I go to do this? She's like, oh yeah, you just go for there. But yeah, then you figure out where she is. She's going to the freaking stock exchange to exchange, like, find out where the shadow broker is. You
Mhm.
go there. They blow up the freaking thing, I guess, because it turns out you tipped off the shadow broker where Liara is.
Yep.
I mean, so where's the wave part, Trevor? Because this wave wasn't that bad. This is just a normal part of the mission.
It's because the entire mission was just endless crap.
What do you mean? That was like a straightforward fight.
Every single mission is freaking fighting people.
Yeah.
It just felt unnecessarily long.
And then the banter, I like the part where Liara is just so she just runs out. She just doesn't care.
Oh yeah, she did chase her ass down.
That whole mission, I'm like, even if I wasn't a tally man, I'm like, this kind of affects the relationship a little bit. She's looking a little insane. She's not the Liara I met on that freaking whatever.
Oh,
What
she's
you say, Ono?
I said no, she's not.
Yeah. She used to be the cute, smart little historian, and now she's just insane. She's just insane. There's nothing else to really to say.
And then she wouldn't shut the fuck up during the chase.
Oh, I'm in the car.
Yes, she would not.
I thought that was funny.
I thought it was kind of funny. Shepard's just a Chad. He's so Chad. He's like, oh, there's a truck. I know. He doesn't care. I mean, I
freaking clipped through one of those trucks.
The car handling was trash, though.
It was.
They need to just not do vehicles in all of Mass Effect. Just don't do
I was
vehicles.
expecting to be able to go like up and down, but you couldn't. You literally just go side to side, and that was it. And
it was like,
I don't know why they do so bad.
Yeah, it was low as to the ground as fuck.
I don't know why they do vehicles so bad.
I don't know.
If you're going to do vehicles, you have to actually commit. You have to do a whole department strictly for vehicles.
And that vehicle chase was long as mess.
It was pretty long. And there wasn't really much to see. Like, at first, it was kind of cool because it looked like a cyberpunk city. And you see, like, advertisements and stuff.
Yeah, but then it was just repetitive, like, turn a corner and avoid truck.
Yeah. And then it's like, how is she dropping bombs?
Yeah. Isn't she just driving a cab, too? Yeah.
Like, what the heck? So then she crashes. I forgot. Oh, yeah, because of that truck. So she crashes. She's, like, bleeding out. Ironically, it doesn't matter because she's just strong as mess, I guess. Because she's a Spectre. There was something. Oh, you ended up in like some freaking prostitute house or whatever.
I thought it was a bank.
Oh, so you didn't talk to anyone.
Well, I mean, there's literally a bank like, okay, maybe it is a prostitute thing, but like they said she said she crashed at a Zur, and then when you walk over to the thing, like there was like a ATM. I said a Zur ATM, so I was thinking it was a bank.
No, because if you go into one of the rooms, you can see like a video playing.
I mean, I was definitely wondering why I heard there was like one of the subtitles was like some girl was like, "Don't kill me," and it said dancer. So I was like, why does it say dancer? It's like, why are there dancers here?
So then after that, you fight her. It's kind of fun. It's kind of cool that she's a vanguard. That's kind of interesting because she uses the whatever power, the thing that vanguards get to charge.
Yeah.
I don't know. I swear the arc projector is so good. Like, everyone's using all this other trash.
That barrier is strong as mess.
Not for me.
Until you get that down, it takes forever.
Arc projector is OP.
That's like the black hole thing, right?
It's the like electric thing.
The thing that like chains, right?
That thing has been like I've been carrying the whole game with that thing. And you get a lot of ammo too. You get like 16 bullets. Meanwhile, black hole, you get like one shot and you're done. Nothing you can do after that. But yeah, you defeat her. She actually is ironic. She does make a point where you're like, oh, how dare you work for the Shadow Broker? And then she's like, you literally work for Cerberus. It's like, yeah, there's nothing you can say to that. It's literally nothing.
There's literally no good options to respond to that.
Because in a way, the Shadow Broker really hasn't done anything bad other than trying to sell you to the collectors.
Because like I tried to pick the one where it was like Cerberus isn't that bad, but then I'm just thinking in the back of the mind like all the crazy shit they've done, and I'm like, are they really not that bad though? It's so stupid.
She dies doing some dramatic bullcrap, like looking in the sky. Oh, how dare you! Don't you dare! Ugh. I'm like, that's so stupid. So then you go to the freaking what's it called world, the Shadow Broker world. That was kind of cool. Like the ship itself was cool. That's a unique ship
Yeah,
because it's like in between the freaking warm and cold front or the extreme weather, so it's undetectable. And it's like in a constant storm or equilibrium of the storm or whatever. Oh, yeah, that's
yeah,
cool. Now that Trevor, that was a stupid fight though. When you're on
it
the
was.
outside the ship where there's all these, that's the wave thing that I thought was stupid.
Yeah, that thing was fucking stupid. The only thing that made it better was the arc towers you could shoot.
Yeah,
But even then, sometimes it didn't like chain to them depending on where they were, or like I don't think it chained to the rocket drones because they were too high up.
yeah. And
Which
then the
those
whole,
rocket drones were annoying as fuck.
and I hate the thing where it's like, oh, I'm going to use this power or like this hacker thing to like hack the door open. In
And you gotta
every
wait.
game, yeah, you have to wait, and then it just happens to finally open when you finish the waves.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
As soon as you kill a wave, it progresses one.
yeah, it's like, why can't it like one game just for once do something where it's like, oh, it opened, just run in.
Yeah.
Walk
Gotta
in.
kill all the waves.
Yep. You walk in, you do some dumb fighting. You see her freaking lover, apparently. That guy was sus. The
Yep.
freaking Drell.
I will say, once you got into the ship, I was surprised it ended that quickly, though. Because I was expecting to fight through literally the whole ship.
Nope. Just
Not her lover.
But
I don't know. He looked sus, O'Neill. The way she was worried about him, even though
He
she
literally-
openly admitted that he betrayed her.
didn't he? What did he call her? Something of the ocean, queen of the oceans, or something like that. Goddess of the
Yeah.
oceans.
There was something happening. She didn't think Shepard was coming back, so she moved on. Tally didn't though. Loyal.
Well, no, I don't think she liked him, but I think he definitely liked her.
Yeah, they said they were just friends.
Yeah,
They both
okay.
said that.
Okay.
Okay, maybe from her perspective, they were just friends. But
And they say that all the time. Have you heard that song? Never trust a girl who says he's only a friend. You got what I need. Gosh.
What are you supposed to say then?
I feel like that's sus, but I mean, it doesn't matter because I moved on.
what friend calls what guy who's a friend of a girl calls her goddess of the oceans?
I mean, a super simp. It could be that he's just a super simp. That is possible.
Just say it.
Not goddess of the oceans.
Just be like Liara. That
Oh, wait.
Yeah, Liara. Are you okay?
Did he say that for real?
He
I
literally
remember that.
said goddess of the oceans.
That's wild.
That's so out of
Really?
pocket.
That part. That
So
is
then
wild.
you have to fight him because he's like, oh, I'm trapped in this thing. Blah, 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 blah. So
Wait, who?
you have to fight the Shadow Broker.
Oh, I thought you were talking about fighting the dude. I was like, wait, what?
I wish. But then you fight the Shadow Broker. His fight was stupid too. I didn't like that fight.
Yeah, that was dumb as shit. Why is it that like he literally has like this armor lock ability that bullets and things can penetrate, but yeah, Shepard just can go over there and punch the mess out of him, and
like,
that gets him out of it.
And then the scale of it too. It's like he's
Yeah.
like 10 foot and Shepard's like 6 or whatever. And he's just
And that dude is strong as mess too.
He's stronger than a Krogan, smarter than a Solarian or something crazy.
Yeah.
So
And he's got like all that biotics, and then on top of that, then after like the first round, then he pulls out the fucking riot shield.
That was stupid too.
And you still punch through that.
And then it's stupid, like where like Liara's like, oh, I got a brilliant idea. It's like, why would that even be a thing? Like that.
Yeah, why is that even there?
Yeah.
Why is that there?
And then like I don't like that the timing of like the cutscene was weird, where he's like, Liara, now. And then she's like charging for like 10 seconds.
Yeah, while he just stands there and watches.
What the
Like she
heck's
could have been
happening?
prepping that the whole time.
It's so
And
stupid.
then it comes down, and then he tries to move, and then he just vaporizes.
Yeah, just instant. It was like, okay.
It's also
Also,
dumb how
he
your
got
companion
tilted.
is like Your companion is like knocked out that entire fight.
Instantly knocked out. I don't like. I guess it makes sense because that would be too expensive. But it's so stupid that your companions never talk. They're just kind
I
of just exist.
legit, I had Jack with me. I legit thought Jack was dead. It's like, don't tell me I'm gonna have to restart this whole mission.
No,
Also, because I had Jack with me, when you go to talk to him and he's talking about like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a good price for Shepard, whatever, because now he's here. Like he also says, and you brought Jack with you. Patient zero or whatever will fare almost as good a price as Shepard.
What? I didn't know Peyton.
Yeah.
He's that valuable.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
brought
so he's
Tally.
trying to sell. He's trying to sell Jack as well.
I brought Tally. He just joked on Tally. It's like, oh, the person who failed at Haystrom got a whole squad killed. I'm like, what the
Damn.
hell? You didn't have to bring her in there. But in the end, you defeat him. Freaking Liara gets power hungry, becomes the shadow broker, and then
Did
she
you guys
starts.
get like that heartfelt kiss?
I did. I didn't
did
like
not.
that she.
How did you get romance, Liara?
Yeah, I romanced her last game.
Oh, I thought you.
Oh, never mind.
No, I can't romance Tally until the second
Did
game.
you kiss Leo?
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, I can't talk to Tally right now. She doesn't.
Yeah,
Liara doesn't. I mean, lore wise, there's a couple months that probably passed between
Liara?
Liara and. So I told Liara like as of now, we're still together. Yeah, we're still together.
You just
She doesn't
wanted
even
that
know
you.
about Tally.
Wait, Bari. So did you get like that Paragon action?
What when she's like talking too much or whatever?
Yeah, she's like talking, and I clicked it, and then I didn't say anything, and I just let her go. Go be the fucking shadow broker, and I thought that like, what kind of BS Paragon action is this? Like, like let her be happy or whatever the fuck. Like it didn't say that, but I'm guessing that's what's Paragon about it.
I think the Paragon, at least what I remember, because I'm mixing up actually. So that Paragon, I thought it was just a hug, like you just hug her because she's like crying and freaking out about being the shadow broker, and
But you hug her before that
Nope.
Paragon action.
There's this is after that.
I don't remember then.
We
Wait,
were
like a kiss or something?
tapping, and then we kissed, and then she's like, "Oh, I don't know, we're two different people now." And then the Paragon action comes up for right click, and I clicked it, and then I don't say anything, and she continues, and she's like, she walks away towards the screen.
Yeah, so
then
if you didn't click it, would he have interrupted her?
No, then I remember him definitely saying like, "We'll make it work," something, something, something.
Yeah,
so then you didn't click it then.
Yeah, that must have been if you don't click it. He says that.
No, I definitely would have picked Paragon though. So I don't know, because I definitely would have clicked Paragon there. Maybe you glitched.
Okay.
I don't know. I clicked the Paragon, and he didn't say anything. He literally just kept letting her go on and on. Maybe you glitched.
Yeah, I don't remember.
All right.
I don't remember. I would have did the Paragon, like.
After that, you can explore the ship, and I mean, I doubt Trevor explored, but
No.
if you explore, you can get like these certain like additional little things about each of your crew.
Dossiers.
Yeah, I forgot what.
Oh, is it like the Shadow Broker's dirt on them or whatever?
Yeah, like he says that Jacob
Wait,
was
hold
just a
on.
person.
Hold on. Pause. The what, Brian?
Dossier.
Brian, the what?
Dossiers.
No, you said dossiers. I heard that. I do it to Jabari. I do it to you too. Okay, go ahead.
But it'll say stuff like basically Jacob was a literal personality pick. Like he said, like the Shadow Broker was kind of mean, or the writers at least. Like I said, like, oh, Jacob has no use other than being a personality pick, so Shepard feels more comfortable. It said that what?
DEI in 30.
Dang,
30
true. I forgot what it said about. Oh yeah, you see Miranda. Miranda was doing a dating app, so she's trying to find like because okay, there's two things. One, she's sterile, so she can't have kids, and two, she was trying to do a dating app, and for some reason, she's all like very specific.
The year is like 21, whatever. Anybody can have fucking kids.
Yeah, that's true. Like if her freaking dad can have kids with himself somehow,
yeah,
she can definitely have kids. But she was trying to have like a dating app, and she like obsesses over like the perfection of the male, and it's like weird. Like she's like, "Oh, do you have? I see that you have like this type of disease." And he's like, "Yeah, but I'm getting it checked." And then she logs off and deletes him. And then there's like another guy. He seemed perfect, but then he said something like, "Oh, like I forgot what he said." And then she deleted him too. Like she's all picky. She's like next level picky. And then there
Which
was
was
one
funny
guy.
because like she literally just talked about how like
Yeah,
her father wants
exactly.
her to be perfect, and she hated that because of the pressure. But here she
Yeah.
Oh,
is.
picky with me. I'm about to be in them draws.
But there is one thing. She's a thought, Odell. She like the one guy that did do well, like he had perfect genetics or whatever. She was like, "Here's my address." He's like, "Do you want me to come now?" She's like, "Yes," and then she just logs off.
Okay.
She's a thought. She's a thought. She probably she didn't care about the personality. She just wanted a bang from a perfect dude. She probably has all the alien STIs. Well, human because she's pro-human. I forgot who else. Oh, Jax. Jax was like looking up like ways to like basically just in case Cerberus goes on her, so she's looking up all this other stuff. Oh, and she's looking up all these escape plans and stuff. And she was like, I felt bad for Jack because she was trying to like post poetry on this like website,
Oh my god, yes.
and then they're just like, "Oh, screw you! You're not doing the right meter, So we're just not going to do this." I'm like, what the heck? Like, what the heck? Poor Jack. That was a pretty good poem too. She was really putting out her soul out. I'm thinking, was there anyone else?
The universe hates Jack.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there was
What
anyone
about
else.
speaking of Jack? What did you do when Jack and Miranda were fighting earlier?
Oh yeah, I had a special whatever, so I just said, hey, we're save this for the collectors, and then they
Oh,
they
I
went
took
off.
Jack's side
Yeah.
immediately.
What's crazy also with Miranda, like I talked to Miranda right after that fight. And
Hmm.
I'm talking to her. She's talking about like, oh, thank you for saving my sister. And I was like, oh, what did you talk about? And they're like, oh, I talked about this. I talked about that. And then she was like, being all mad about her father. And I was like, there's nothing like I saw an option. And it's like it was something like, there's you still have some good points or whatever. So I was like, let me be nice to Miranda. You still have some good points. And instead, Shepard goes thirst mode. It's like, oh, you have some good points, like your face and your body. Oh, and she tries to talk and say like, oh, well, maybe you should explore my body now. It's like, what the heck? I'm like, no, keep this professional. Keep this professional. Tally is one floor under. I'm not going to risk. She might hear through the walls. So I'm like, not
Are you
risking.
sure you don't have autism?
No, I am a loyal Tally man.
Sure you don't have autism?
No, yeah, I'm a loyal Tally man. You wish you had the mind to comprehend how great.
Shadow.
No, Tally's
You
perfection
like
of the Mass Effect universe.
how old are you?
Actually, what's crazy? Wait, how old is Shepard? Shepard's like 32 in that game. Well, technically,
30.
he's technically like 29. Like, but he skipped 3 years or whatever, 2.5 years. So
Yeah.
now he's like technically 32, but his like body age is 29.
Also, I'm disappointed because when I did Miranda's loyalty mission, I purposely brought Jack because I was
Oh
hoping
yeah,
for some
yeah.
banter or something, and she said nothing. That entire mission, Jack said nothing.
I will say they really did up the banter in Mass Effect 3. Like,
Yep.
there's like some good banter in that.
I was like, really? She's not gonna say anything this whole mission. Not a single one of them said anything to each other.
The game actually, I mean, this won't be relevant to you and O'Neill, but for Bryant, have you noticed the game? You don't really talk to your squad as much as I remember. Like, you really
Yeah,
don't really talk that much.
you don't.
Like, even with Garrus, like, I ran out of voice lines. He just calibrates now. Or freaking, what's his name? Jacob? Like, anytime I talk to him, he's like, oh, I'm good, Shepard. I'm fine. We can pop bottles at the Citadel. And he like, claps my hand. Like, what the heck? But it's
Well,
weird
maybe it's
because you
because
would.
we're getting close.
Yeah,
It
but
might be
no,
because
they
we're getting
they
close
only
to
have
the end.
so many voice lines or so many like things to talk about. Like I
Well,
think each
yeah, they
person
only
only
have
has
so
three.
many. But like
It,
at first, it feels like a lot, probably because like you're just into the game and you're running
That's
through them
true.
all. But then, like as you get close to the end, it's like now you've run out of the voice lines, so
Yeah,
now you
true.
pretty much just have to get to the suicide mission to get anything else.
What's kind of weird, like talking to Jacob, you would think that they would make Jacob the bro, but it ended up Garrus. But like personality-wise, at least it seemed like they were trying to make Jacob the one that everyone likes. Like, he's the bro
Oh
of
yeah, like
everything.
the replacement of the guy that he lost.
Yeah. Wait, what?
Well, I mean, like when you got to pick anyway. Like if you picked for Ashley to stay alive,
Oh, yeah.
then yeah, basically replace him. I
Yeah.
forget his name. Was
Caden.
Caden, yeah. He was
But
basically
then,
like supposed to replace Caden, but it just didn't actually seem to happen.
wait, did you guys... Wait, O'Neill, you didn't pick Caden, right?
No.
Okay, then I can spoil this. Because it's not really a spoiler. But in Mass Effect 3, Caden's gay. He suddenly turns gay. It's like there was no hint that he was literally flirting in Mass
He's
Effect 1 with
bros
a girl.
before hoes through and
Yeah.
through.
He suddenly
Well,
turns gay.
I don't. Hold on. I have seen like on Reddit or whatever people talking about romancing Cade in
Mass
1
Effect
and
1,
2.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, you
Because
can romance
for
in the
some
first one.
reason, a lot of Mass Effect players,
Yeah, as a man,
as a man,
as male Shepard. Yes,
no
you
way.
can. It's in the game. You can romance him as male Shepard.
No,
I
you can't. Not in
I
1
don't
and
think.
2.
Yeah, no way.
Well, 2, you can't even like talk to them. They're like irrelevant.
I think O'Neill. I think it's just there's a lot of freaking people who play female characters and then romance male, even though they
Yeah.
are male themselves. Like I don't know. Mass
Nope.
Effect has a very diverse community of players.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Diverse.
look it up right now. Hold on, I'll look it up right
Okay,
now.
because I don't remember that. I mean, I wouldn't know.
I mean, you can't
but
romance Kaden as a male in Mass Effect 1.
I'm pretty sure Liara was the only like bi character in that whole game.
Yeah.
Can I?
You know how many
romance-
times we've already played?
Yeah.
Yeah, but have y'all tried to romance Caden as a man?
I know you can't. It, like because you know how in Mass Effect or in any other aspect you talk to someone enough, everybody gives you. I
True.
wanna be-
Yeah, that is true.
I don't care.
Also, on the topic of Jacob, it is weird though how like so at first, well, like in the very beginning, Jacob like is like cool with you, like because remember how like Miranda doesn't really like you because like you're basically an enemy to Cerberus before, and then but Jacob's like totally cool with you and is like loyal, whatever, and then like later. Like I didn't really talk to him like at all until like we did his loyalty mission. Then I tried talking with him, and then he was like something about like he didn't say this exactly, but it was basically along the lines of I'm not really good with like making friends or something like that, or like talking with people or something. And then he just doesn't like he doesn't really seem to want to continue like being a bro essentially.
Wait, were you able to like? Did you have like a full conversation, or was it like you talked to him and he brushed you off?
He didn't like brush me off entirely, but he basically like he said it was like he's not really like something like he's surprised that you want to like be his friend or something, and then he's like, but I'm not really like good at this kind of stuff, and he was like, but I guess we could try it, like something along those lines.
Oh yeah, true, yeah.
And then he's just like, but he doesn't really seem interested in like actually doing it either way. It's just like if you want to, then we can do this.
Yeah, and then if you like run out of voice lines before he becomes your bro, like before the loyalty mission, he'll be like, I'm not really into forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's talk.
Yeah, he says that shit.
Like, screw you.
But it's so weird because like at first when you first meet him, like he seems cool with you and
That's
like
true.
but yeah, and like he even considered like if you had picked the hero backstory or whatever, he like literally said like idolizes you because he's like, you know, you're a hero in my book because like I had Sep's friends that were there and you saved their life and stuff like that. But then like later on, he like just doesn't want to talk to you.
Oh, another thing about Jacob, if you talk to Kasumi's thirsting over him. Actually, Kasumi, like in the Shadow Broker DLC, she does a poem, and she was talking about like this thing, like, oh, the way it glistens off his skin, the way it does this, it does this. So you're thinking like she's talking about her past boyfriend or something.
Oh yeah.
And then at the end it says Jacob is perfect. What? Why is she obsessed over Jacob?
Yeah, you got over that friend real quick.
Yeah. Oh, Neil, what about your? Did you find out if you can or not?
I mean, Jabbar, you already know the answer.
Yeah, Brian's frozen, by the way.
I was frozen earlier.
I
Under
mean,
the
you're not.
covers.
Your voice isn't frozen, but your like face.
I'm frozen. You look very shocked.
Bill.
There's something else I wanted to mention. I forgot what it was. Oh, the thing, like with the female shepherd, the thing I don't like and it makes me like feel off. Because when I'm playing as her, she like the way she moves like a male. Because obviously they didn't do two separate like animations for the female and male shepherd. So they
Oh.
just put the male
So
shepherd
she
animation
has
on the
like she
female.
still has like the burly
Yeah.
jog and
So
whatever.
it makes me feel off. Like she's not, I don't know, it's like something genetically or like mentally like in my brain where I'm like, ugh. And then like this is just me, but I don't like her voice either. I know everyone else is like, oh, she has such a good voice actor. I don't like how manly she sounds. She sounds too masculine. Like, oh, I'm like that. Ew, it doesn't sound
She's
right.
military.
I know, but it just doesn't fit with my like genetic code. I'm like, this
Uh-huh.
something in there, something in like that XY, something in that Y is making me off about hearing that. Where I'm like, ugh. And then the manly moving, like she moves like a male, so it's like, ugh. So that's why I don't like playing as the female shepherd. At least not anymore.
The voice acting's better though.
No, remember for the Kasumi DLC, if you look in the couch, Shepard's like, "Hey," you're like, "What? A credit chip?" I'm like that was that was funny. The
Oh,
male Shepard's
but
pretty good.
all the female Shepherd voice acting is better.
She sounds too burly. It sounds too forced to me. Or what are you looking at?
Nothing.
No,
I'm
troll.
looking through the thing. It's
What?
clear.
Going.
Is there anything else to say, or do we just talk about what's next?
I think that's it.
Also,
I mean,
I
we
just through this week's like playthrough, I just figured out how you get like all the resources and shit was with the probes. But that's basically like that's the same. It's literally the same thing as like Andromeda, then, except Andromeda is more annoying because like at least in here you just probe planets like from space, but in Andromeda like you literally had to drive around and like find it and then drop a probe.
Yeah.
And that was so cringe.
How is just now that out?
Well, because I clicked on a planet. I don't even. I think it was a planet I was supposed to. Oh, that's what it was. Because you had to do Jacob's thing, and when you go to the planet, you don't know where to go yet. So then you have to probe the planet to find it. And I was like, oh shit, I'm getting resources.
I can't for the suicide mission.
So yeah, I guess that's it. I'm about to end the stream.